So I wanted to touch on this ongoing trend from kids and people who obviously young talking about some we done with the 90s and Jordan only played against plumbers and all of this dumb stuff that's been going on recently. Really, it's LeBron fans and like I said, kids. So I want to body y'all and shut this down real quick and fast and show how dumb y'all sound and look. First off, people keep saying that Jordan played against plumbers and players that was unathletic and couldn't play and all of this type of stuff. Like I keep on saying, and I done said this multiple times to shut up the argument. Because people mainly just saying this because saying that players was unathletic and wasn't that good. First off, um, the two best players in the NBA now, since we want to talk about now is better and players is better now. First off, Luca and Joker is two of the top five, top 10, and Joker is probably the best player in the NBA right now. Is either one of them athletic? Luca and Joker don't even look like they in the best of shape, but somehow they averaging a triple double and they killing everybody in the NBA. So y'all make no sense at all talking about plumbers. When y'all got two foreign players dominating the NBA right now, and neither of them is athletic. So what the hell are y'all talking about? That kills the argument right there. Y'all keep talking about LeBron playing it like y'all act like every player in the NBA is some physical specimen and dominating, and y'all act like every player right now is super athletic when that's not true. The best player in the NBA right now is not even that athletic. Like, I don't even see Joker be dunking like that. Like, like, what are y'all talking about? So y'all can kill that. I promise you, Luca wouldn't have been dominating like he was now in the 90s because they wouldn't have just let him cook y'all like he be doing. And y'all can say, well, it's more skill. Y'all need to figure out is it skill or if it's because of athleticism. Because what I've been saying is athleticism. Y'all act like the players back then, oh, Jordan was guarding players who wasn't that good and players who was slow and all of that stuff. Like Luca be cooking people in slow motion. I haven't seen a player slower than Luca and he dominate the NBA, averaging 30. So what the hell are y'all talking about? Like that this only applies really you could say for Will and Bill Russell era. I do say that because the NBA was just starting and then the NBA was like there wasn't a bunch of tall players, and for a certain amount of time, majority of the league wasn't even black. So, like, you could say that from the Bill and Wilt era when there wasn't no 3-point line and stuff like that, and there wasn't a lot of teams y'all can really say that, and it was the Lakers and Celtics in every series y'all can say that, and that's why I left Bill and Wilt out my top 10 because they come from a different era. Like that time when games was barely shown on TV, like that y'all can say it then, but to say that the 80s and 90s like was unathletic and wasn't that good, y'all sound dumb. Some of the best players come from that era, from the top 75 players. Most of them is from the 80s and 90s. Like, what are y'all talking about? And as far as Jordan, because I've been seeing Michael Jordan get brung up a lot. Do y'all forget that Michael Jordan played in the early 2000s against Kobe? I think he retired right before LeBron got in the league, but it was Vince Carter, Allen Iverson, and T Mac, and all of these players he played in the All Star game with. And do y'all forget that Michael Jordan was 39, 40 with a bad knee, and he was still averaging 20? Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Jordan still was averaging 20 as an old man in the early 2000s. So y'all don't think a young prime Jordan couldn't be doing that in the early 2000s or even now when there's no defense played? Like everybody keeps saying, they don't even play defense now. It's soft. It's a 3-point contest. Like, what are y'all talking about? Back then, it was physical. You could get knocked on your ass. Like, yeah, players might be a little bit more skilled because they could shoot better and maybe got a little bit better handles, but that makes up for it in the physicality. I'd rather take the physicalness of the game than it is now. They wasn't calling fouls on everything. Look at the fouls that they call now versus back then. That changes the game. That matters more than anything. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Like, but it's just a funny trend that kids is doing, and that's why you can't take young people advice when it comes to sports for real. And that's really the key. Back in the day, people used to do their research, and that's so sad for kids nowadays that kids don't do their research nowadays. They just say something and just go with it. And that's what's really messing up and diluting the sport. Like, at least do your history. Like, every time I get into it with one of these kids, they don't even know their basketball history. Like, y'all just saying something that y'all repeating from somebody else. Like, y'all opinion don't matter. Like, that's what I'm going to tell y'all. Kids' opinion don't matter. And that's what, and it's always going to be like that. Y'all not knowledgeable enough. Y'all don't know enough for us to take y'all seriously. But I just want to end it with that. Like I said in the beginning, y'all can kill all that unathletic bullshit when Luca and Joker is dominating the league, and these are some foreign, and they be calling Luca fat and all of this, and he can't jump like that, and he's still dominating. So you don't think athletic Jordan, like Jordan, is more athletic than Joker and Luca, ain't he? So how the fucking he not dominating? They dominating in this era. Michael Jordan got a better jump shot than a lot of players in the NBA today. A la Westbrook, Rondo. There's a lot of players who got broken jump shots. Jordan can shoot better than LeBron could. The fuck is y'all talking about? So I just wanted to make this quick video, like, shedding all of y'all up. Like, y'all sound dumb when y'all breaking this up and talking about this. When y'all got foreign players over here dominating. There's one thing to say, like, maybe Giannis, who a physical specimen and he be in athletic, but Joker is the best player in the NBA and he not even athletic like that. So what y'all talking about? Like, Hakeem was more athletic and skilled than Joker. Because even if you're talking about skill, go watch Hakeem play in the 90s. He one of the most skilled big men is when it comes to footwork and moves and all of that type of stuff. Most of the centers now not even that as skilled as Hakeem was. So like, what are y'all talking about? And then on top of that, like people keep saying, Jason Terry locked up LeBron. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, it just don't make no sense. Like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. So just that little stuff, I ain't even gonna make this video too long. All the stuff I just said proved my point. Jordan was still playing in the early 2000s against all the players that y'all still claim is good. And he watched the All-Star game and the teams he was playing against. Kobe, Shaq was still in the league, Iverson, T-Mac, Vince Carter. Like, what are y'all talking about? And he was still averaging over 20 a game as an old man with bad knees.